Good evening, Northern Colorado. This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu. My name is Dave, and I'm Net Control and for the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Net. The purpose of this net is to provide a forum for announcements of amateur radio-related events, a meeting time on air to encourage social interactions between club members, and to provide a point of contact for club executive board members. This net may be interrupted at any time for emergency or priority traffic. If you need to use the system for any emergency during the net, say break and give your call sign. We will acknowledge you and suspend the net until you advise that you are clear. Is there any emergency or priority traffic before we begin? All licensed amateur radio operators with 70 centimeter privileges are encouraged to check into this net. Club membership is encouraged but not required for participation. This net will begin as a directed net and then shift into an open net. There will be an opportunity with stations with items to sell to announce their items. Check-ins are requested for purposes of counting the participation with no checkout required. Once all stations have checked in, Net Control asks the club executive board if they have any announcements, and then we'll call for announcements from any other operators. Please be courteous once the formal portion of the net is over and allow for a break for other stations to be a part of the conversation. When checking in, please give your call sign slowly using the ITU phonetic alphabet. This evening we have had 19 early check-ins. I'll start by taking check-ins from club board members. Club board members who've not checked in already, please check in.
Good evening, Dave. Tango Yankee Uniform, Joe in Loveland. N0EMP, Greg, Fort Collins, a member at large with Debbie, K0DBE, no traffic.
Good evening, Joe, Debbie, and Greg. Any other board members who'd like to check in, please call. I will now take check-ins from club members. Club members who have not checked in, please call.
Alpha India 7, Papa Mike Phil, AR 7 p.m.
Good evening, Phil. Any other members who'd like to check in, please call. We will now move on to all stations. All stations who would like to check in, please call. Hearing none, we will now move on to the net business. Let's see. Greg indicated he had no traffic for the net. Darren, do you have anything for the net tonight?
No traffic for the net. 807.
A little rough on that transmission, but no traffic for the net. How about Joe, KD0TYU? Do you have anything for the net tonight?
No, sir, I don't. Thank you very much for taking the net. KD0TYU.
Absolutely. And we had Mike, KE0LCK, with traffic for the net. Please go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Dave, I appreciate you taking the net this evening. This is KE0LCK. I got two things, one of which is just a reminder for our district Skywarn training for 2019 to be held Saturday, March 30th, beginning at 9 a.m. at the Fort Collins Police Department. Two parts to this training. One is National Weather Service. Good refresher if you've had it before. If you haven't had it, you end up getting a spotter number, which is essential to going out with the second part, which is the Aries radio group. Give it a break. This second section of the sessions is the portion that allows these people that have the spotter numbers to go out and to help us with the weather net spotting. Speaking of which, I still need two net controllers, one for Saturday as a backup and perhaps even a Thursday as a backup. So if anybody's interested in being a net controller, please contact me, or I'll be on after the net is over. You can contact me at KE0LCK@ColoradoAriesR3D2.org. Back to net.
Thank you, Mike. Are there any other stations with announcements for the net? Please call.
Good evening, Dave. Long time, WB0MH, and I have an announcement.
Good evening, Mike. Go ahead.
All right. As a result of the exam session Saturday the 9th, the results were just posted today, and those results are now posted on the club's website. At the main page, click on How to Become a Ham. At the bottom of that, scroll down. It says See Who Passed, and the names of the new passees for new licenses and upgrades are now posted. Back to net, WB0MH.
Thank you, Mike. Are there any other stations with announcements for the net? Please call.
Is it too late to check in?
Yeah, go ahead with the check-in.
KE0HIN and KG6UDT. Jeff and Ed from Berthoud.
Good evening, Jeff and Ed. Are there any other stations with announcements for the net or any other late check-ins? Please call. We have now reached the gear swap portion of the net. Are there any stations with equipment to sell or stations looking for a piece of equipment? Please call.
LCK.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, KE0LCK. I have TYT MD 2017 HT. That's a dual band with DMR. It's got the charger and the program cable. Has the optional detachable microphone. It's about 9 months old. And I'll throw in the RM Ham code plug. I'm asking $100 or the best offer. Contact information is on the webpage under for sale items. Back to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And did anybody have any questions for Mike? Any other stations with a piece of equipment to sell or stations looking for any equipment, please call.
This is 0WIQ looking for a little help.
Go ahead, Carrie.
In the past, I've asked for interest in a Chrysler 273 V8. I finally give up on people trying to pick it up for some salvage of their own, but I do need some help getting it out of my garage and take it to a junkyard, okay?
Do you want to throw out your email address or something for anybody that can help you?
Sure. My email address is mycall, N0WIQ@comcast.net. It's all lowercase letters.
Well, thank you, Carrie, and hopefully we can find somebody to help you get that moved. Any other stations that have any equipment to sell or stations looking for a piece of equipment, please call. This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu for the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net. Are there any late check-ins, comments, questions, or other discussion before we close the net this evening? This concludes the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Net. Net Control would like to thank each station for their participation. This net will occur again next Wednesday at the same time on this repeater. The repeater is now open for general use. Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu.
N0EM.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.